Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
Here's Ramona.
Noted.
Guys, do you know Foodie Beauty? Why are you walking away so fast? You're walking in uniform.
You're obsessed with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
You're kidding, right?
Stay mad.
Hello everybody. Well, it's finally happened. Amberlynn and Wifey have actually broken up. Do you remember what I used to say in some of my videos about Amberlynn and Wifey? I always asked Amber a question at the end of my videos, and I would say, Amberlynn, what are you going to do if this relationship doesn't, work out for you? Who's going to take you places? Who's going to do everything for you? You need to become more self-sufficient. And here we are. I mean, that's why I was asking her those questions, because I could have seen this coming a mile away. When Amberlynn told us that she's not ready for marriage, I knew that there was trouble in the girl world paradise. Also, this must be the reason why Amberlynn has been obsessing over ex-Becky and ex-Destiny so much, dedicating so many videos to ex-Destiny because there were problems in the relationship. Remember how I kept saying in all of my videos, I kept saying, I don't understand. How are you in a monogamous, really happy relationship with Wifey, Amberlynn, when you keep making videos about Becky, your ex, Destiny, your ex? Why are you obsessing over your exes if you're so happy with Wifey? It turns out they were not happy after all. Because Amberlynn posted this video saying we broke up, and not clickbait, they really broke up. So I could have seen this coming a mile away, try to warn people, because it's obvious if she no longer wanted to marry her. Remember in the beginning she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry this woman. Then when she was asked again, she said, oh well, I'm not ready for marriage, why not? Okay, so basically Amberlynn presented the relationship not as it was. Surprise, surprise, she lied, girls. So I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on this breakup video that our girl Amberlynn did. The first thing I'd like to say is, Amberlynn, I don't know why you're so upset, honey. Okay, all jokes aside, because I know people accuse me of being a secret frog. I don't know why people say that. I'm not a frog. There's no proof on the internet that I'm a frog. Amberlynn, why are you so upset? You're going to have a new girlfriend. I give you like 12 hours, 7 to 12 hours. You mark my words. There's already somebody in the DMs that Amberlynn is going to call Wifey next time. If you think this woman is going to be by herself, I have a very large bridge of Kermits to sell you. Everybody knows Amberlynn always has a rebound girl in her DMs. I guarantee you. Listen. She's already spoken to her. Okay? Okay, it's okay. By the time that it comes out, it'll be very blatant, because I know my girl Amberlynn, she's always talking to somebody else. Amber, don't be so upset that you and Feline, Alex Wifey, broke up. You're gonna have a new girl very soon. There's already somebody in the DMs, I guarantee you. And the other thing I'd like to say is this, and I want to put this right in the beginning, okay? Amberlynn says in the video that they broke up, her and Alex Wifey Feline. And then she has the audacity to say that she does not have anyone. She doesn't have anyone to cry on their shoulder. She says, oh my God, we broke up on 4th of July with the fireworks and everything. And, I don't have anybody to cry on their shoulder. Amberlynn, sweetheart, what are you talking about? You said that you have a wonderful guy friend who cut up little pieces of paper, wrote out your Instagram stories, questions on it, and you read it out. You said that you had just spent so much time. Wait a minute. Amber, I'm confused. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Amberlynn is saying that she broke up with Wifey. And she said that she doesn't have any friend in the world to, for a shoulder to cry on. But her last video, she said that her and Feline, Alex Wifey, just went to their friend's house. And then her great male friend, the guy that wrote out all her Instagram questions and put them secretly in a little box for her to read, he's your friend, Amber. Why can't you cry on his shoulder? Unless he's somebody's boyfriend, like Karina told you. Just a lucky guess. I wonder why you can't speak to your male friend, Amberlynn. Is he someone's boyfriend? Remember, the breakup was mutual. So I just like to point out that it's obvious one or two things is going on. My opinion, what I think and how I feel, not a fact. In my opinion, you must have made up that friend, or he's not your friend, or maybe he's somebody's boyfriend. Again, why are you saying you don't have anybody to cry on their shoulder when you have this wonderful male friend? And you said you had friends that you went over to their house, and then you had such an amazing 4th of July. Remember, she filmed them Q&A. She filmed the Q&A on 4th of July with the friends. Why can't you cry on their shoulders? Unless, of course, he's someone else's boyfriend. Okay, maybe another friend of yours is boyfriend. We're going to get into all of this drama. If you could not tell already by my videos, everything's for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I don't want you to take anything I say seriously. They're just my opinions, not facts. I'm sharing my opinions on publicly accessible information made public by public figures. I would urge you, if you can, to please be kind in the comment section to these people. Please do not go to these people's channel and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Amberlynn says in her new public video, and I just want to say something, okay? Do I feel bad for Amberlynn that, you know, she's going through a breakup? Yes, Amber. And I know that's, as a human to human, I could tell you, it'll get better. First of all, I don't know why you're upset. You're going to have a new wifey in like 17 hours. So, you know, what are you upset about? But you'll be fine, Amberlynn. You'll find a new wifey. You always do. So, you know, come on, relax. This is probably the best thing for you because you're so dependent on her. Now, Amberlynn says, even though I do feel a little bit bad for her for the breakup, but, you know, maybe I also feel bad for Destiny's brother when you tried to use his substance as tea, you know?
So I think I'm an empath.
But anyways, okay. So basically, Amberlynn says that the breakup is mutual with her and wifey. It's about as mutual as me not having any Kermits. My personal opinion, and I'm still allowed to have one in the United States of America, which is the country that I live in. My personal opinion, not a fact, is that this breakup was not mutual by any stretch of the imagination. And I will tell you why. Amberlynn Reid has never broken up with any serious girlfriend in her life and never will. She didn't break up with Destiny and Destiny was cheating on her. She said that her and Becky were roommates and there was no love. It was just this friendship and they were not really, you know, intimate or nothing. She didn't break up with her. Why would she break up with Feline? She says in this video it was the most passionate relationship of her life. Okay, heard you, Amber. Okay. There is no way, girls. I feel like a girl of summer 2021 again. Amberlynn, how come everybody always breaks up with you in July? It's like July, time to break up with Amberlynn. It's okay. Amber got a new girl already. Don't worry. I don't think the breakup was mutual. My personal opinion is that Amber was dumped and broken up with by wifey. I think it is highly suspicious that just when this male friend of yours, Amberlynn, comes into the picture, all of a sudden 5 seconds later you break up. Now, I don't think the relationship ending was mutual. I think that wifey broke up with Amberlynn. And by the way, and that's just my opinion. It's not a fact. I want to make that clear. It's just what I believe, what I think. It's not a fact, okay? There's some clues in Amber's video why I believe that. First of all, Amberlynn says, and she repeats this, I believe, just like the repeating guy. She says, I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I love it how she says in the video, I may act like I don't. Did you catch that, girls? So what that really means is she pretends that she doesn't find herself attractive. She pretends that she has low self-esteem. But in reality, I always told you Amberlynn loves herself a lot. It's good to have a healthy self-esteem, Amberlynn. Good for you. Girl. Anyways, so Amber says, listen, because some people don't believe me, then they see I'm right. Whenever anybody says in the world, I know what I'm worth, that sounds like somebody broke up with you and you're implying that they don't see your worth. Amberlynn, please, you're nothing but an open book, honey. I love me some Amberlynn, always an entertainer. I gotta tell you something, you know, I understand that you're not feeling well, Amberlynn, but you're gonna get over this breakup like you got over all the girls. Life is for the living. You need to just move on from this and better days ahead of trolling on the internet. Come on, Amberlynn. See, who here doesn't believe that Amberlynn would not have broken up with wifey if she didn't get an evil Kermit? I told you to get an evil Kermit. You don't want to get one. Anyways, all jokes not aside. Amberlynn keeps saying that she knows her worth. She knows her worth. When people say that, they clearly, in my opinion, mean that the other person does not see their worth. That's number one. That's number one clue that she was broken up with. Number two clue in the video about what she's saying. She says this, girls. She says, well, you know, I want to give Feline the world. I want to give her the world. And by breaking up with her, I can actually give her the world. Okay, translation, what I believe, what I think, my opinion, what I think it means. In my opinion, I think that means that you can't really do much with Feline. You know, you can't do the things that she probably wants to go out there and do right now. And what I mean by that is Amberlynn doesn't drive, and she has put no effort into driving because she was just driven around by Feline. And you can't take her anywhere. You can't drive. It's, you know, like people like go on a road trip, people go somewhere, okay, I'll drive halfway, you'll drive halfway. You're not putting in any effort into being the adult that you should be by now. You know, you should have helped her with the driving and other tasks in the home. We all know that she walked Twinkie. We all know that she did the majority of things and cooked for you and did everything for you. What did you ever do for Feline, Amberlynn? And she probably just doesn't want to be with dating somebody who can't do whatever she wants to do, whatever activity she wants to do. And by the way, Amberlynn told everybody that she no longer wants to shower. I want us to take a moment of silence for that shock to set in. The moment is over.
Bling, bling.
And then she also says, you know, that she wants to eat. And Amberlynn, this is why, honey, you need to go back to therapy and you need to learn healthy coping mechanisms. And I'm pretty sure if any of you out there have gone through a bad breakup, everybody feels this way, not just Amberlynn Reid, okay? It's a human emotion that you can't get through the day. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever felt this before. You know how like sometimes when somebody breaks up with you or you're going through a breakup, you feel really bad at certain parts of the day. Like you'll feel really, really, really bad in the morning. You'll feel a lot better at night, or you feel really, really, really bad at night or okay in the morning. Has anyone ever felt that? So I understand Amberlynn is going through a basic human thing, and I feel for you, girl, but you're gonna have another girlfriend soon. Please. Amberlynn Wifey was another rebound after Becky dumped you, just like Becky was another rebound after Destiny dumped you. I guarantee you she's talking to a bunch of girls, and she's never going to be alone. Now, Amberlynn also says that, you know, this breakup was mutual. Like I told you, my opinion on that, like I already explained. No way. She broke up with you. It's so blatant. Whenever somebody, listen, we all know this, right? Sometimes breakups are really mutual. But, you know, whenever somebody makes it a big deal to re-announce repeatedly, oh, the breakup is mutual. If the breakup was really mutual, you wouldn't keep saying tedious. Also, I have to say, Wifey was helping her pay for WLS. And now that you decided not to get WLS, I mean, I'm not going to speak for Wifey, but I would be sad that my partner didn't want to save their life. So I would want my partner to, I've always said I want Amberlynn to be okay. I want her to save her life. You understand? So maybe Wifey's upset about that. I know let me put it to you this way. I don't know if Wifey's upset about it. I don't want to put words in anybody's anything, but if I was Amber's girlfriend, I would be upset that my girlfriend no longer wants to save her life. You understand? And she was helping you pay for it. What is that? You just threw that whole thing out. So Amber says that her and Wifey are both moving. Best guess, girls. She claims she'll be living on her own. If you believe that, I have another bridge of Kermits to sell you. She can't live on her own. She's emotionally codependent on a Kermit, whatever, and everybody. I think she's moving to live with her mom, at least temporarily. You understand? She said she was talking to her mom. She also, and you know, when I was watching this, girls, tell me if you were thinking the same thing. So I thought that it was interesting because I'm thinking, you know, she's going to make Feline Alex Wifey sleep in the same bed with her, girls. If you don't know, Amberlynn always makes everybody sleep in the same bed with her after the breakup. She did it to Crystal. She did it to Destiny. She did it to, Becky. So she's like, I don't want her to sleep with me. And I'm just like, girl, with a wonderful partner like you, why would somebody ever dump you? Like, okay, I don't believe you, Amber. I think that you will make her like sleep in the same bed with you. What do you guys think about all this? Could you have seen this coming a mile away? I'm telling you, girls, it makes all the sense in the world that she was obsessing over Destiny like that. And by the way, didn't she just say, girls, this is a perfect opportunity to say, remember that live stream that she did where she called in to Destiny and Destiny was asking her about her relationship and Amber said, well, you know, I'm in a very the most emotionally mature relationship ever. Really? Why are you guys broken up? I thought that this was a very solid, the best relationship of your life. Didn't you just say that? Look, I think it's been obvious for a long time that this relationship was not what Amberlynn was trying to pretend that it was. And I think it's blatant. It's my opinion, but I'm 100 on this. This breakup is not mutual. Do you know why I think Amberlynn would have never broken up with Wifey? Because she needs Wifey to drive her around and do everything for her. So it bears repeating. Amberlynn, how are you going to get everywhere other than Uber? You need to learn how to drive. You need to get back into therapy. And number one thing, Amberlynn, what my wish for you has always been, honey, you need to become self-sufficient. You need to stop being codependent. You need to stop depending on other people. You've got to take care of yourself and your health first. Who cares about all the girls in your DMs?
There you go. I hope you feel a lot more educated.
Because Amberlynn, public figure, has made a public video about it, okay? Here's the last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this breakup. The main problem in the relationship, the first fight you have is always going to be the last fight that you have. What do I mean by this? Let's start in the very beginning. Amberlynn said that Wifey was poly and that she had a problem with Wifey being poly, right? Okay? She then pretended, if you look at this breakup and the timeline of this breakup, she then pretended that she broke up with Wifey after she doxed Wifey. So you all understand, she doxed Wifey. She said her first name, she said her last name, she said the borough of another, borough that she lived in, the state that she lived in. She said all this in the titles of her live stream. And once she herself gave her private information, the doxing of Wifey, and everyone found out who she was, Amberlynn created a wild lie and said that she was dating a whole new girl, and that was dispelled. Becky told Destiny that wasn't true, and Destiny called out Amber on it. Amber continued to lie. Why am I bringing this up? Since we know it was the same woman, then you've been dating the same woman who you told us was poly the entire time. Is there anything wrong with being polyamorous? Absolutely not. But there is something wrong, Amberlynn, with lying about your relationship for 2 years, a malicious intent to deceive. As I've always said, why does this matter? Because Amber, the energy you put into this relationship is what you got out of it. You put in very lying vibes. You put out very negative energy and just lied about this relationship for 2 years, and now it's over. What's the big surprise? You can't go into something lying about it and putting out negativity and get positivity back, Amberlynn. You lied for 2 years about her identity after you doxed her yourself, and you thought this was going to end well. One more point, okay? One more point. Amberlynn says at the end of the video something that I find highly disrespectful, incredibly disrespectful. Oh, I came, she's talking about Kentucky. So she's like, I came here for somebody. I stayed here for somebody. I was stuck here with somebody. Oh, wow. Why should people date you? How disrespectful to say that you're stuck here with somebody, you came here for somebody, you stayed here for somebody, Kentucky's not for you. By the way, here's another way that this could go, girls. I think it's highly possible that Amberlynn could just stay in Kentucky. I think that it's possible one or two things is going to happen. She's either going to move in with mom or move close to mom because she's never going to be alone. Or what's behind door number two? She's going to give you some type of an excuse and she's going to be like, well, I have decided to stay in Kentucky because my doctors are here. Everything I know is here, blah, 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 blah. It's really sad that you burned every bridge that, you ever went on, that you ever even interacted with. What's that saying? The bridges I burn light the way.
I think I'm an empath.
Right, Amberlynn? You don't have any friends now because you've completely demolished your relationship with Eric and Ricky. You've completely obliterated your relationship with Becky. Becky was a wonderful, wonderful person, still is. She could have been a friend to you. You could have cried on her shoulder. And again, I'm going to ask the same question from Amberlynn. Amberlynn, what happened to your wonderful male friend that wrote out all your questions and the friends that you and Wifey visited the other day? I'm really, really, really confused, Amberlynn. Why don't you have anybody that you were just hanging out with, your good friends who are watching your YouTube videos? Why can't you cry on their shoulders? Unless, of course, maybe they're dating someone and you just recently met them. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they're a friend of a friend's, right? Okay. Well, here's the bottom line. I believe that Amber put in negativity into this relationship. This relationship was started on lies. It was infused with lies, and it's ending with one. If I had a mic, I would drop it, okay? I'm sorry, but you told us that Wifey was not honest with you in the beginning. You told us that Wifey told you when she messaged you on Insta that she had no idea who you were, then admitted, yeah, she did know who you were. Relationship started with a lie. How you get him's how you lose him. Why would you think that starting a relationship with a lie would make it okay in the end? Then you lie to your audience, meaning AKA, remember, energy is a powerful thing. If you believe nothing else, believe that. The energy that you put out is always important. So be careful of the bridges that you burn and the kermits that you don't buy. That's just something I made up. But my point is, the relationship was started on a lie, as I just explained. Then she infused it with more lies by lying to her audience. And now she's lying again by actually expecting you to believe that the relationship breakup was mutual. Amber, I've been watching you for a long time, and I can tell you that I wish you all the very possible best for the future. I hope you're going to be okay. I have hope that you will work on yourself. You will take this time when you're single, the full day that you're going to be single, and work on yourself. Amber, you don't need anyone other than yourself. You need to become self-sufficient. You need to work on your health first before you can ever be a partner to somebody else, okay? I wish you all the best, girl. Now is a really good time to talk about this one last thing. You know, you still really trashed Destiny, and you still really trashed Becky, and I do believe that Destiny said that she's going to Kentucky for her birthday, and you know what would be interesting? If your exes still spoke out on what you did to them. By the way, does anyone wonder if Wifey will ever speak out? You know, you've burned so many bridges, Amber, despite me wishing you all the best. You've burned so many bridges that, I'm not really sure if they'll light your way or if they'll, just be so much smoke that you won't even be able to see. Remember, Amber, you have a lot of enemies now. Becky, Destiny. Well, I wonder if everyone will be soon exposing you. You know, Amberlynn likes to talk a lot of trash, a lot of, negativity about reaction channels. But you know what, Amber? And this is important. The reaction channels and your YouTube audience are the only friends you have. Now, isn't that scary? We are literally the only ones that are there for you. And I understand. I get it. Not everyone can have friends all the time. And I've always said this, and this is important to say, that some people are loners, some people move around, there's nothing wrong with not having friends. So I don't judge her for not having friends. But you know that she completely obliterated everything with Becky, completely obliterated everything with Eric and Ricky, completely obliterated and pushed everyone away. Now that literally the haters are your only friends. That was on you. That's why my advice to you is that you need to work on yourself. Because there's nothing wrong with not having friends, but there is definitely something wrong with great people in your life, like Becky, who you completely trashed and obliterated everything with, and she could have really been there for you. I'm telling you, the haters are your only friends right now, and maybe you should treat everybody in your life better, Amber. I hope you get tons of kermits, and I hope you'll be okay. But I don't believe a word you said in this video. Girls, do you believe that she was dumped? Because I think I presented a pretty good case of where she was. If you believe, and if you get nothing out of this video, believe this. Whenever anyone says, I know my worth, that means that they think that their partner doesn't. I guarantee you it was not a mutual breakup. She would never mutually break up with Wifey. She needs her. Anyways, Amber, I still wish you all the best, and I wish you listening to me all the best as well. Please tell me in the comments what you think about this, girls. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to link a video on a similar topic right up here. Please go ahead and watch that if you'd like. Leave it a like or a dislike. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.
You've been exposed on YouTube. I understand. You're lost. You feel confused. You're thinking, where's my nut? Hi, you were waiting for me? Do you watch Amberlynn Reid and Fruity Beauty? Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. I know you cats have watch parties. What's going on? I love your paws. You're a very dapper gentleman. Are you upset that I mentioned Fruity Beauty's name?
Bye.